legendary Japanese computer games creator who was credited with saving Nintendo and died last weekend. He was just 55 and had cancer of the bile duct. He was the president of Nintendo, and the company flew a flag at half-mast over its Tokyo headquarters on Monday. Iwata oversaw the development of the Nintendo Wii and Nintendo DS consoles, just to name a couple of his achievements. One tribute in particular stood out to us. April Pereira Finn had painted and has painted a stunning mural dedicated to Mr. Iwata at the heart of the gaming arcade in West London. And she joins me now in the studio.
Hello.
And I should say, we've just tweeted it out as well. So if you would like to go and see the mural, go and check it out on Twitter at BBC5Live. For people who may not know anything about him, can you explain why Satoru Iwata was so special to the gaming community?
Well, he started off as a games developer, sort of wandered in one day and, started to create games. And he was just special to a point where the president of Nintendo at the time thought he could do his job. And he's the first person who's not related to the Nintendo family to do it.
Which is quite a big thing in itself.
It is a big thing, especially with the history of Nintendo itself.
And what, in terms of his biggest kind of contribution, I mentioned a couple of things there. What would you say?
Yes, the Wii. As president, he brought those out and brought Nintendo back into profit when they were struggling. He was involved with many games that we all love, like Kirby and, Balloon Fight and
Mario, Donkey Kong,
Super Smash Bros, Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon is massive.
No, Pokemon is massive, but for me, Mario on my Game Boy, which is, Nintendo Game Boy was the first thing I was given when I was sort of 6 that got me into tech.
I still have mine.
So do I. I think I've said this before, this is awful, isn't it? Mine's in a bum bag, which kind of ages me more than anything.
Mine's in a bum bag.
Oh, yes, okay, good. We're a fellow sister here.
Yeah, the bum bags are still in. I keep my new 3DS in there as well now, especially just take it out.
Why not? Why not?
On the tube.
Tell us a little bit about the mural. So people who can't go and see it, can you describe it for me?
Well, we had a projector screen and we were going to move it at the arcade at the Heart of Gaming. And Mark, who is the owner, he said to us, well, let's do a mural because this guy is amazing. He's hilarious and touched everyone's hearts. And I messaged my sister, said, do you want to help me do this? And she said, no, I'm designing it. I'm designing all of it. So we went back and forth online with designs and sketches and stuff and who should be in it and who really mattered and who should really make this picture. And, the next day we went down there and put it on the wall, and it took about 3 days and about 40 tubes of acrylic paint, and it was done.
Well, who is in it? Who's made the cut? Which characters?
Who's made the cut? Well, we had to have the Mario characters in there, Yoshi,
yes, I can see.
Luigi and everyone. Zelda and Link made it in there. Link does look like a girl. You just have to put that out there.
Yes.
Why does Link look like a girl? He does. Play the games, you'll find out.
So can people go and see it? How long is it going to be there?
It's going to always be there until maybe when we move building. We do want a central location eventually, but we do like our little warehouse in the middle of nowhere where we can play music really loud.
And just to bring it back to Satoru Iwata, we've talked about some of his achievements. I really loved this this quote that I read from a speech that he did a decade ago. He had this timeless line. He said, "On my business card, I'm a corporate president. In my mind, I'm a game developer, but in my heart, I'm a gamer."
Yeah.
Okay, you know the line too.
We were going to put that at the bottom, but we're looking for something else to put because it's really long.
Yes, it is quite long. But is that how he'll be remembered, do you think?
Definitely. He is literally everyone and anyone who wants to make video games and just love video games, which is kind of a rare trait these days. You have to love games to make games. And I think a lot of companies are forgetting that. And Nintendo haven't. It's still about the gamers and the nostalgia of their characters.
Well, thank you for coming in to talk to me about it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, everybody go and check that out. Alex, are you looking at us a bit sort of confused, or are you a gamer?
Well, no, I was, but I go back a generation. Sure, I started on something, some really early in television. It was one of the first gaming things back and we played Ping, which was just the ball that went from one side of the screen to the other. Pong, that's what I started on. But I think Nintendo are amazing. I mean, I'm a classic middle class parent and limit screen time and all the rest. But I did buy my kids the Wii U because the games are much more imaginative, much more interactive. They're much less about violence.
Oh, Wii is such a game changer.
And this new Splatoon, which is such a clever idea of how can we have a game where kids get to throw stuff. We'll make it about paint, not make it about guns. And that's such an easy idea, and it works brilliantly.
Well, that focus is what people are remembering, and many tributes online. And very interestingly, as I say, number 19 in the 5 Live hit list this week.
Number 18.
It's One Direction.